Win as one. EA Sports FIFA 21 sponsors Saturday Social.
Let's move from the relegation zone back up to Europe because we've got Smithy on the line and I want to absolutely hammer him for at least 4 minutes.
Are we done with the relegation chat? I don't know whether we spoke.
You're not getting away from it, Smithy. I'm not going to lie. We've got a chat about you crashing out of the Europa League to Dynamo Zagreb, whose manager went to jail on Monday. I'm not being funny. It's an absolute calamity. Twitter, no prisoners. Dens, Dynamo Zagreb's manager working out his tactics in jail. 28,000 likes on that prison break one. Darren says the Zagreb manager used his one phone call to say, lads, it's Tottenham. 39,000 likes on that one. Smithy, talk to me. What is going on?
Do you know what, Joe? The epitome of how bad the week was is that lads, it's Tottenham tweet came from a Tottenham fan. I mean, that's just the worst thing about the whole thing, isn't it? It's just like Spurs fans were laughing. But yeah, it's a bad week. I'm obviously, it's a bad week. Losing the North London derby, that could have gone. There was a few decisions that went against us. The penalty, the own goal. Deflection goal was an own goal, the red card, but Arsenal, I thought, were the better team. But Thursday night was a real shock having watched the first leg. Having watched the first leg when Spurs, I thought could have been 3-4-0 up. If you'd have told me then that we'd have lost that, I don't think I'd have believed you. So, yeah, in answer to your question, it has been a tough week. And Chunkz is just laughing at me, isn't he?
It is. I like just hearing you talk. It just sounds good. It sounds like the defeat in your voice, like you're actually done now, because you know what I mean. We beat you. I was like, what? Lamella thought he could do a little Rabona, but it was useless at the end of the day. Yeah, the referee reminded him what colour North London was. I remember DP said that was a great line. And then Dynamo Zagreb, Orsic hat-trick, a great game. You know what I mean? I was very invested in that game. I had it on my phone. I actually had the notifications when I saw 2-0. Grinned, and then I turned on the game, and that lovely third goal, and just the fact that Harry Kane doesn't look as fit as he was just a month ago. You know what I mean? He doesn't look as clean as he was. Like, against Arsenal, I wasn't even scared of him. Gabriel said, be quiet. And then, Dynamo Zagreb, he didn't do anything either. He had that shot where he hit the post, and I thought he should have scored that. But, I'm just so happy.
Knowing you, Chunkz, last 10 minutes when Kane scored and had a goal disallowed and he hit the post, I think you'd have been a bit worried. With 12 goals in 13, I think you'd have been a little bit worried about him, be honest.
No. I said to you, like, I was worried about Kane in the North London derby, but when I saw Gabriel just say shush, that's when I said, he's actually not as good as I thought he was. Now, that's a joke, by the way. I know he looks like he's picked up a little knock or something. I can't lie to you. He doesn't look as clean as he usually does.
But he looks so good in the power game. That's the weird thing.
Let's get theory, because obviously he's a perfect, as a Bolton fan. We've mentioned the Bolton fan about 5 times already, but you can give us a fair assessment of Spurs, because obviously we've got Arsenal and Tottenham here. So looking at it from the outside, what do you think about what's going on at Spurs? Do you think there are big problems there, or do you look at the squad and think there's enough quality to turn it around? What's your assessment of Spurs this season?
It's a difficult one, right? Everywhere Jose Mourinho goes, there seems to be some kind of player, management problem. And it's a little bit of a disappointing situation for Spurs fans. It's exactly what they don't want. I think a lot of the fans have turned on Jose. They want someone new in, someone who looks into the future, plays more youth, attacking style, momentum football. And maybe that's the best option. Get Jose Mourinho sacked and bring in someone like Julian Nagelsmann would be what I would think is the best option at this point. I don't think Jose Mourinho has a long-term view at Tottenham Hotspur, in my opinion.
Yeah, I kind of agree. There has to be said, and I saw a lot of people on Twitter as well. Tom Williams was one of them that was talking about Jose Mourinho and the impact he's had at clubs. He says here, can't believe Jose Mourinho has come across yet another group of players who can't follow his instructions. This guy just has no luck. And it does kind of come down to that, doesn't it? I remember at Manchester United towards the back end of his time there, it was a very similar sort of vibe. Do you think, let's be honest, if he wasn't in the League Cup final, he would still be in a job this coming weekend?
I think it'd be worrying to sack him, That'd be crazy to sack Jose Mourinho. I don't think they'll do that. Like, to be fair, like they've looked better than they were like under Poch, especially like last season with Poch. I feel like it's improvement, but I don't know, if they win no silverware this year again, that job is under jeopardy. He has to at least I don't know.
He spent money as well. He spent money.
Poch
Poch didn't have the money necessarily that Jose has spent like this summer, and bringing in some of the players that he wanted. He brought in the players that he wanted to bring in. Jose, he was pretty happy. We were all saying at the start of the season that Tottenham had a good summer.
It's a tough one. I'd honestly say I think Jose Mourinho has the players. Just because Heung-Min Son is injured, he's still got Bale, Kane, Lucas Moura. Like, these players should definitely be beating Dynamo Zagreb. Like, it's you can't have that excuse about not having the team. He definitely has that, you know.
I think it's defensively, Joe, is where a lot of people point out that although we strengthened going forward, I think no one can deny that Spurs are great going forward. I think that a lot of people wanted us to bring in defensive reinforcements. You look at how many times they've changed.
You did sign Doherty and Reggie on. You did sign like two fullbacks that were probably his first choice.
Particularly in the centre-back area, linked with Skriniar for ages. And I think that was a position that you only have to look at how many different combinations Spurs have used. But for me, all the best teams use the same two centre-backs because that is a position where you want to have your best two players. So I think that is where Spurs probably need a bit of reinforcements, but it will be fascinating to see what happens at Tottenham. But I'm confident. I've got to remain optimistic, Chunkz, that we're going to turn it around. But speaking of Europe, I'm going to be reminded that the draw yesterday took place in the Champions League and the Europa League. So let's have a little update of firstly the Champions League, then the Europa League, the quarterfinals and the semi-final draws. Interestingly, Bayern Munich play PSG in a repeat of last season's final. What a game that is. And the winner of that will play Man City against Dortmund. So very strong half of the draw. And then Porto against Chelsea. I know a lot of Chelsea fans very happy with that draw. The winner of that plays Real Madrid against Liverpool. So Theo, prediction, who do you think will be lifting that iconic Champions League trophy this season, mate?
It's a difficult one. It really is. I get the feeling this could be Manchester City's year. And I know it's a big statement. They have the curse. But I just have I know I think it will go their way. I can't see them falling apart. I know it looks very good for Chelsea.
No, he's not happy.
No, he's fuming. But if it happens, it will be gutting. But first, we've got to watch it out. We've got to see City go all the way and beat some big teams in the Champions League. Do they have the team for it? Yes. Is that Pep's big goal now? I think so. Can he rest players in the Premier League? Yeah, and he's got the squad to win it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I would say City as well. But my overriding thought is that I don't care about the Champions League. The Europa League is the competition we should all have our eyes on this season. Because Chunkz, we could have an Arsenal United final. Who are you saying is going to win this competition, Chunkz?
I'll be real with you, brother. I feel like, we're going to do Slavia Prague dirty. Then it's going to be a link up in the final, Arsenal versus United, and then that's going to be a great Europa League final. I just can't wait. It's written in the stars.